Thank you so much. I worked for Dr. Emoto as a personal assistant since 2004, the March of 2004, until he passed away on the 17th of October in 2014. So I was his personal assistant for 10 years and a half. During that time, I learned a lot from him about water and how water is connected to our consciousness and how everything is vibration. Today, since I cannot use my PowerPoint, I printed some of the crystal pictures so I can introduce you so you can learn. And I'm sure some of you are already aware of Dr. Emoto's books, have read Dr. Emoto's books. And but for some people who don't know, or to remind you how powerful our thoughts are, I would like to show you the pictures. Before Dr. Emoto started to do the research on water, this is something very important. He was a doctor of alternative medicine. He treated more than 10,000 people using the vibrational machine we call it Hado machine. Hado means vibration. And he could detect the root cause of the problems or diseases or problems that people had, and transmitted the information into water to heal people vibrationally. In that way, he treated more than 10,000 people. And at that time, he said, everything is vibration. And the reason why he started to take water crystal pictures was not because he wanted to show how beautiful crystals are. At the beginning, he wanted to show that everything is vibration and water absorbs that vibration. And water crystals are the visualization of vibration, he said. The beautiful crystals, the beautiful words or beautiful music or whatever water is exposed to creates beautiful crystals, hexagonal crystals like this. But if the information that water is exposed to is negative, it does not create beautiful crystals. So we need to know that I'm sure that you all know that we are almost 70% water ourselves. It's like we are water container. Each person is a water container. In this room, air also, we have, even though we cannot see, but there's water as vapor. This planet Earth is a water planet. The surface of this planet Earth is covered with 70% water. So we can tell that we ourselves, this Earth, is water. We are water. And one important thing is that without water, nothing can exist. Water is life. Now, with that, I would like to start. This is a tuning fork that Dr. Emoto used to carry everywhere he went to show the resonance and the law of vibration. Now, human beings can hear only between 20 hertz and 20,000 hertz. Less or more than that, we cannot hear. But that does not mean the sound or vibration does not exist beyond or less than 20. Dolphins can hear between 150,000 hertz. So it's much more than human beings can hear. That shows things that we don't hear even exist. So many people just think that things that we cannot see, perceive with our eyes, don't exist. But what we can see is only 5% of what exists. What we are hearing is only maybe 5%, just a little small percentage of what really exists on this earth. Water crystal, the way we take water crystals is we make droplets of samples of water into 50 Petri dishes and freeze them under minus 25 degrees freezer, and then observe with microscope of 200 times. Using that microscope of 200 times, we can observe crystals. That means if we try to look for crystals with our naked eyes, we cannot see it. But they exist. Something that we cannot see with our own naked eyes does not mean that nothing exists. So many things are existing. And our consciousness is a powerful, powerful energy. And one day, do you know how many times we think in one day, 24 hours a day? Some people already probably know. But our mind is so busy, and we are thinking constantly. Even though you're listening to me right now, your mind is saying something, right? And it's like between 50,000 and 70,000 times is what our mind is thinking, or we come up with many thoughts or emotions. And out of these 50 to 70,000 times, we are constantly making decisions or making choices. And the number that we make choices in one day is, in average, 35,000 times. And if we say water is really deeply connected with our consciousness, if we are really connected so strongly with our consciousness, and if that is creating our world, reality, 35,000 times of decisions that we make in one day, we should be making positive, compassionate, and kind decisions, because it really creates our reality. My life, your life, affects our surroundings, family, society, the earth. So please remember that. Now, I'll show what the resonance is, what vibration is. Now, you know that everything is vibrating. Even though we don't see the vibration of this table, it's vibrating. When we tap it, we can hear the sound, the vibration of this table, right? And it's in between 20 and 20,000 hertz. That's what we can hear. And the reason why, do you know why we can hear the sound? Vibration makes sound. And why can we hear the sound? It's because there's water in the air. Water is the substance that allows us to hear the sound. And when I hit 440 hertz sound like this. I have to put. Can you hear? All hear? Now, the law of vibration and law of resonance is when two things when things are vibrating at the same frequency, they resonate. When I hit this 440, here's another 440 hertz. And here's 442 hertz. 442 hertz means this is vibrating 442 times per 1 second. It's just in 1 second. So it's vibrating really fast. And it sounds like this. 440 hertz is vibrating 440 times per 1 second. So it sounds, they are very similar, right? Only 2 times difference in 1 second. 440 times, 442 times in 1 second. So they sound pretty much the same. what happens is when I hit this 440, there are two 440s, right here. Here's 442. When I hit one 440, please pay attention to what happens to the other 440. Did you hear? They resonate. This is the law of resonance. This is something very important because this shows the law of vibration, law of attraction, law of the universe. Now, even though they're so close to each other, they're vibrating so close, with the frequencies very close. But if they're not vibrating at the very same frequency, they do not resonate. What about if I hit 442? Oops. One more time. Dr. Moto used to say that human beings are the only people who can adjust our vibration to the other person. This is how we can get along with each other. When people are getting along with each other, we're vibrating at the same frequencies. The way we can do is, when I want to get along with you, I adjust my frequency to your frequency. So if I want to resonate with this 440 hertz, all I have to do is make 440 hertz frequency with my own voice. If I can do that, this will resonate in sound, right? So let me try if I can do that. Oops. Yeah! Okay, Dr. Emoto was so good at this. And when I succeeded his work, I tried this at the beginning and I could not do it. So I practiced a lot of times and now I can do it. So that, sometimes it takes practice, but we can do it. All right? Now this is law of vibration. Please remember that when we are resonating with the same frequency, or when we are vibrating at the same frequency, we resonate. Okay? Because later on, when I talk about words and consciousness, you will know why it's so important. Dr. Emoto took many crystal pictures of different music, different pictures, different words, or even prayer, before and after prayer, or sending intention, and discovered that we are powerful beings. And one important thing is that water is observing all the vibration that's surrounding the water. When he played, this is a water crystal picture from Beethoven's Destiny. Usually we use distilled water. And distilled water, the crystal of distilled water is very simple hexagonal crystal. It doesn't have any beautiful looking like this, but very simple hexagonal crystal. When we play Beethoven's Destiny to that very simple hexagonal crystal, it forms at the molecular level like this. Now, when Dr. Emoto played heavy metal music, after playing heavy metal music to water, the same water, this is what happened to water. The music was very destructive. Singer was singing with anger. The lyric words in that song was really full of anger, negative words. So water could not form beautiful crystal. So it's not all the heavy metal music makes this, but it depends on what kind of music. Now, this can happen to everyone, to not only by listening to music, but by listening to our own conversation, watching TV, listening to radios, news. When we hear something negative, probably our water is forming like this. When we hear something beautiful, our water is forming like this. So, you know that we want to try to listen to something always positive and beautiful. Use the positive and beautiful words. Now, this is a very powerful crystal picture, and this is from the water after it was exposed to the word thank you in Japanese. It's really arigato. Arigato is thank you in Japanese. And in Japan, we have the word kotodama. Kotodama means every single word has its own spirits in it. So Dr. Emoto wanted to see how water responds to different words. So this is from thank you in Japanese. When he exposed bakayaro, that means you fool in Japanese. It was like this, almost like heavy metal. This is really powerful, and we have tested with so many different thank you and you fools in different languages. Results are almost the same. No matter what language it is, all the thank yous are beautiful. And you fools are kind of negative, cannot form beautiful crystal forms. And we have to know that we are a water bottle. If this is happening to us, to air, to environment, to everything. Now, I would like to show you some more crystals. This is from the word, let's do it in Japanese. Let's do it nicely, respecting the other person. Say, let's do it. It's beautiful. But when we say, do it, like in an ordering someone. The energy, when the vibration becomes very negative or destructive, water cannot form crystal, hexagonal, beautiful crystals. So, many times, mothers are so busy, so we say, a lot of times we tend to say to children, hurry up and eat it. We don't have enough time, hurry up and do this. It's not good. Of our children is forming like this. Not only children, us, air. If we say that to pets, like when we are walking our pets and then in a hurry, the pet wants to go somewhere and we're pulling the pet's dog, saying, come here, let's go, it's okay. This is happening. This is happening to pet, to dogs, to us too, to the environment. So we always want to respect others. This is after showing the word happy. Happy. The word happy. Very pretty. But this is from unhappy. Unhappy. What's the difference? Unhappy is broken. It's just the word that we show to water. Now, I know that everybody wants to live happily, right? No one wants to live in unhappiness. Everybody wants to be like this. What happens is that we were raised, most of us were raised when we were small, we were told not to do this. Don't do it because it's dangerous. Don't do it, this. So we were always so afraid of doing something positive, or we're always thinking, maybe I cannot do this. But if we want to live happily, think of this. Law of vibration. If I want to be happy, if you want to be happy, you want to think and you want to say something that is related to happiness. A lot of people say in the morning when we get up, oh, this is another day. I feel really sleepy and all that. Then, even though I want to resonate with happiness, we're saying something that is not related to happiness. So we are attracting something that is not related to happiness. If I want to bring happiness to myself, then I want to say something, oh, this is a beautiful morning, I feel really good. Then this is a beautiful morning, I feel really good, will come back, will resonate and come back to me. That's the law of vibration. And this is showing, vibration is showing, the tuning forks are showing how we attract our reality, what we want. Choose the right emotion, right thoughts, right words that you want to bring to your life. When you do that, you will always have what you want. That's law of attraction. So happiness, if you want to be happy, let's try to use the words. Observe your words that you tend to use. Everybody has the habits of words or emotions. And the best thing is for you to observe your own words that you tend to use often, then start to change it to the positive side. And also start to see many things from positive side, not from the negative side. Because there's always different angles, right? All right, from this. This is when we show the word, I can do it. I can do it. Water is saying, I can do it. Yay. And this is, I can't do it. I cannot do it anyway. So when we are facing some kind of challenge, we want to say, I can do it. Then I can do it will resonate and come back to me. I can do it. You can do it. It's not, I can't do it. I cannot do it. Once you say, I cannot do it, then I cannot do it will resonate. So we want to say, I can do it. Our intention, I have 5 more minutes. When I succeeded Dr. Emoto's work in 2014, I started to go all around the world. And in 2015, in March, when I was at Dr. Gerald Pollack's house, he's a well-known water researcher at the University of Washington, Dr. Emoto came down to me that evening, and he said, there is not much time left. Hurry up and do the Emoto Peace Project. At that time, I didn't know why he was saying that. It was very, very powerful message I received. Then I realized, for almost 4 years, I did not realize why. I didn't know why he said that to me. But finally, last year in November, I realized that was because Dr. Emoto could see what is happening on this earth in 5 years, 10 years after he passed. And he was seeing that if we don't do anything right now, the earth will be in a dangerous situation. So this January, through one of my friends who is the channeler, he came down and said, collective consciousness is really what is very important now. Collectively, we have to be praying to water, sending love and gratitude to water, because that is most important thing. I will show you when one of the lakes in Japan was so polluted, Dr. Emoto was asked to help with the water. So what he did was he offered the prayer with one of the Buddhist monks. We took the water sample of before the prayer and after the prayer. This is the sample that we took from before the prayer. After 1 hour prayer, water changed. At the molecular, water molecule changed like this. We are powerful beings. Our intention, our thoughts are powerful energy that affects not only ourselves, but our surroundings, because we're energetic beings. The words we use, the intention, the thoughts we have are affecting everything on earth, including the soil, the Mother Earth. And so Dr. Emoto said, there's not much time left. We have to be always sending love and gratitude, prayer to water everywhere, together collectively. And the reason why love and gratitude is so important is that water shows how beautiful it is from the word, 2 words together, love and gratitude. So if we live, he said, this is love and gratitude is also immunity. When you are in love, in the state of love and gratitude, when you always say thank you and I love you to yourself, to everything you have, everything you are surrounded by, very often, you will stay very healthy, happy. Love and gratitude will come back to you.